whatever we want to call it, like freedom or the next state of you, the next step of you, the next version of you, the next, what you're realizing, what you're waking up to. You can't move into that and live from that without who you have been going through a dying process. You know, and there are layers of that, and there are layers of that that are ego dying as you step into what you're waking up in. And that's an ongoing process because you're always deepening and you're always expanding. So the version of you that you've been used to has to go through a dying for you to be. In that process, there will always be a dying and being born, a dying and being born. It's not something you're going to get some experience and then, oh, now you've arrived in some place and who you thought you were is no longer. It's always dying off. It's always dying off. And the willingness to let that die, getting used to what dying is, to that, becomes your art, you know. Because the things that we have held on to so tightly are where we are trapped, are where we suffer. And it's in that tightness that the difficulty is. And we have to keep outgrowing what we become. So it's like we expand, awareness expands, and there is a seeing, and then what the version of what you have been living as before has to be finished. It can't carry on, but it wants to carry on because it's the habit. It's a habit in the system. So it naturally, automatically carries on. That can be intertwined as the dying off happens of all that you have been through lifetimes of bodies to come to this point. You know, not everybody in this lifetime, in their body life, will even hear the call. Will even be called home. Many more now. It's beginning, happening more and more. But truly, deeply, in this lifetime, to truly, for this to become the, at some point, this just has your life. It's like the most important over everything else. At a certain point, is this, you know. It doesn't happen for everyone because it's lifetimes. It's lifetimes to come to this point of maturity, to look for really what is real, to want to know and to value. You know, it was Papaji who said 89 billion lifetimes to come to this point. And if this is true, I mean, it's an expression, yeah, to really give the significance, then you can't afford to waste another moment in being true to this. Whatever keeps you trapped, whatever comes in your manifested life, in your manifestation that comes right in front, asking to, it's like it's got you, it's got you, you know. You have to go there. You have to walk right in with the truth, with being true, with meeting. Because to be truly free, you cannot take anything that belongs to false identification with you. Just like on the deathbed, whatever you take with you, you take into another body. If you don't leave this body on the deathbed, in towed, or if you're holding, if you're taking things and keeping and you can't resolve, you need another body. And that's a picture of what it is like in the walking of this life. Because if you're not willing within any situation to die in that, you need another situation. You need to manifest it again for the next opportunity to meet the same thing over and over.